Here we are in Cambridge, Massachusetts at the Boston International Speedway for the running of the Pennzoil 300 at the 1 mile oval in Massachusetts. Oliver Galloway in the 10 has the pole for today's race. 2's outside is the 49 of Ryan Brommer. Then third's Jeff Bright, fourth is Jim Gambit, and rounding out the top 5, William Bullen. In 6th we have points to Ryan Taylor. In 7th is second in points, Cole Luigi, so they start pretty close to each other. Pretty similar qualifying times for them. Then Alexander Rowan 8th, Jacob Davison 9th, and his teammate Justin Heath inside the top 10. For the rest of it, we have Jay Jefferson and Sebastian Kukalan, then Marshall Burrow and Evan Hunter. Behind them, Levi Schoens and John Gambit. Then we have Jason Larker and Anton Charlebois, along with Marcus Sachi and Max Anderson. Adam McDowell and Anthony Hernandez looking for redemption after Daytona. Then Greg Torres and Michael Canto. Mitchell Collins with Jonathan Buford. Then Riley Sprewtube and Derek Hamill. Landon Lyons with Danny Lloyd. Then Mathis Wells and Daytona winner Jennifer Buford looking to go back-to-back in the Target Series. Then with Jason Kurgan and Roman Fenway. Luke Rainey with Blake Petrus. Then Trey Rainey and Jake Galloway. Eli Bright and Paul Taylor. And then the final row, George Cooper in the 38 with Josephine O'Neill in the 34, 2 is outside. So there's our 40-car field for the Pennzoil 300 at Boston. Let's get started with our starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engine's firing up here at the Boston International Speedway for the Pennzoil 300. 42-car field led by Oliver Galloway and Ryan Brommer in the front row. So last season at Boston, we saw an unpredictable race. Early on, we saw the big crash, cars go flipping into the catch fence. Will we see something like that here today? Will it be caution-free? Will it be clean? Will we have some good hard racing? And how's the finish going to be? In the Pennzoil Truck Series race yesterday, we saw a big crash take out many contenders and a few trucks go upside down. Coming into the race, 100-point lead for Ryan Taylor. He starts 6th. Cole Luigi trying to make up those 100 points in 7th. Green flag, 42 laps at Boston. Jeff Bright steals the lead and he leads lap number 1. 3-car out front, Bullen in the 81, coming to his inside. Gets to second, Oliver Galloway. The outside lane, not the place to be here at Boston. A little bit later in the run, though, people could shuffle down in line. So we'll just have to see if some of these drivers can find their way down low or if they're going to fall to the back of the field, starting on the inside. A definite advantage here at Boston. Front 3 breakaway. Jeff Bright, William Bullen with Cole Luigi. Jacob Davison up to 4th. Jay Jefferson inside the top 5. And the inside lane working big dividends for some of these drivers. Jay Jefferson started outside the top 10. He's going for a top 5 now down the back stretch. He's looking for 4th on Jacob Davison. They go through 3 and 4. The 99 up the racetrack a little bit. The 05, excuse me, in his tire tracks. For the lead, Bullen beneath Jeff Bright through 1 and 2. 81 car out front of the Pennzoil 300. He leads. Cole Luigi through to second. Day 1 opening the door down low. 4th, Jay Jefferson still battling with Davidson, and finally the 05 finds the way to the inside to get by, and 3 wide for the back. The 10 of Oliver Galloway to the middle lane, the 04 down low, they end up top. Oh, close there, contact. The 10 took the 89 up the racetrack. Galloway has a hole down low from Adam McDowell's going to take it. He gets down line. Up here, Jeff Bright falling outside the top 5. He's back behind the 04 Jason Larker now. Off turn 4. Still looking for that hole down low, but the 10 going to cover the inside lane. Jeff Bright was leading just about 2 laps ago. He's back outside the top 5 already. Just mentioned how bad that outside lane is. Look at that. Jacob Davison trying to force that on the middle lane. Before the lead, Luigi's not letting Bullen get away. And he's showing it. Peeking to the inside. And I think he's just telling Bullen, hey, I'm a little faster, man. If I try to make this pass, don't be surprised. We have Jay Jefferson there in the 05 in 3rd. He's not going to be waiting as well, so if Cole Luigi doesn't make the pass quick, Jay Jefferson may make it first. Single file at the front, but close racing to turn 3. Luigi, the 33, still looking low. Getting a little tight, falls back. Jay Jefferson for second, the 05. As Luigi got tight down the bottom lanes at 3 and 4, Jay Jefferson's going to take the second position to turn number 1. 05, Jay Jefferson going to clear for a second down the back stretch. Now John Gambit for 3rd on Cole Luigi, who's fading back on the outside. Luigi hard in the outside lane trying to get the run, but falls back. Jason Larker to his inside on the 04. The 10th Oliver Galloway going to get up here. The yellow flag, I believe, is out. Yellow is out. Fenway, Collin, along with the 18 of Galloway, Danny Lloyd, and Greg Torres. Fenway, the worst damage from that. The yellow flag out early on. Not even 10 laps into the event. Bolin leads in the 81. So big crash, it may have been towards the back of the field because there was only about 5 cars involved. Didn't really see it happen. So Roman Fenway got the worst of it, the 07. Same with the 11, Mitchell Collins. Those two definitely going to be done for the day. So see happened, the first caution of the day out here at Boston. Here is the reason for the caution flag. Back of the field, basically the back 5. Roman Fenway, the 07 down low. Jake Galloway, 18 middle of 3 wide. And right after the corner, 18 maybe didn't go up as far as Fenway was going to think. Galloway goes for a spin down into the infield grass. Roman Fenway. Galloway makes contact there, shoots back up the racetrack. Fenway comes back up, gets Mitchell Collins. Jake Galloway hits that banking. That's some pretty hard contact there. The 7 and the 21 also get involved. So that's pretty hard damage for every car involved there. Jake Galloway doesn't look like much. It looks like he just spun up onto the bank and then got hit a few more times. But that banking, that transition that he had really killed his car, it looks like. I mean, that car bounced. That's going to be some suspension issues. I wouldn't be surprised if that 18 car, if that 18 team takes it behind the wall. That could be some very big issues to that 18. Up ahead, Greg Torres and Danny Lloyd had nowhere to go and they got involved. So with the caution flag, it allows William Bolin to take a breath. He had held off the challenge from Code Luigi. He was about to deal with Jay Jefferson, but now he gets a restart to deal with. It's going to be just past 10 laps into the Pennzoil 300. 30 laps of racing to go at Boston. William Bolin, the 81, is out front. Roman Fenway, the 11, Mitchell Collins, and the 7, Greg Torres all out. Danny Lloyd's lap down 39th. Jake Galloway still on the racetrack, 38th. On up, 37th on up. They have clean race cars for the restart. William Bolin, Jay Jefferson, John Gammett, Cole Luigi, Jason Larker at the front 5. Bolin gets away on a nice jump. That was a great restart for William Bolin. As back here, Cole Luigi 4th. May have spun the tires a little bit. The 04 looking to his inside down the back stretch. Here comes Jason Larker for 4th on Cole Luigi. 33 Charger shut the door, couldn't get down there. Here comes Michael Canto breaking his way inside the top 5. They come down the front stretch. 4th, 2nd, John Gammett, Jay Jefferson. They go side by side. As back here for 4th, Jason Larker is going to take 4th. Canto takes 5th. Luigi trying to find his way down line, but the 66 down there, Jonathan B for the 3. Jeff Bright making his way back forward. Gammett's going to get by Jay Jefferson. They come off turn 4. John Gammett, the new second place man. Here comes Jason Larker on the 05. Larker to 3rd now. Jay Jefferson falling back in the outside. Gammett looking lower through 1 and 2. Larker even lower. Down the back stretch. John Gammett trying to block the 04 Jason Larker off. William Bolin has such a strong car out front. Here comes Michael Canto for 4th, the 24 car. Jay Jefferson doing a great job on the outside. Got a great run down the front stretch, but can't clear. Canto using that short lane down the front stretch. He'll take 4th. Jeff Bright trying to break his way back inside the top 5. And down the back stretch, he's going to do Jeff Bright to 5th. Front 3 pulled away. William Bolin, John Gammett, Jason Larker. Back behind them, Jay Jefferson falls back. Jonathan Beeford, Cole Luigi fall back. And Jake Galloway is ridiculously slow. He goes high through 1 and 2. He knows what was happening. He went high, but now who's he going to hold up? He's 40 miles an hour off pace down the straightaways. He's doing a great job staying up high. Squeezes his teammate. Now they're 3 wide. Where's Adam McDowell going to go? To the back. Here comes Luke Rainey on the outside. Still trying to make something happen. But he's going to fall back. Trey Rainey as well. He's trying to get through. But Galloway, a ridiculous pace for the 18 car. We mentioned that the suspension issues could be an issue. Well, here it is. As they're trying to squeeze to get by Jake Galloway. He's 40 miles an hour off pace. Not even close to speed. 2nd, Jason Larker trying to get by John Gambit. William Bolin loving what he's seeing. He's out front and trying to pull away as they battle side by side behind for 2nd. Larker going to clear John Gambit through 3 and 4 to take 2nd. Michael Canto now has that position for 3rd. Down the front stretch, side by side. Canto to start finish line had 3rd. He'll look for 2nd to turn 1. Canto, the 24, great run through 1 and 2. Jeff Bright right behind him. Landon Lyons in the 60 as well. Through 3 and 4. Down low, tight for the 24. But gasses off the corner to get beside the 04 again. Down the front stretch. Look at Landon Lyons looking on the 3. Jeff Bright. This is still the battle for 2nd. No one gaining the advantage. Canto finally through 1 and 2 might clear. Down the back stretch. He is clear. Canto through to 2nd. Landon Lyons for 3rd in the 60. John Gambit dives low. How about the 60? Tight down low. Jeff Bright goes away at the racetrack. Gambit beneath him. Jacob Davison coming forward, the 99. He's on the inside, trying to make his way forward. Landline still bound, Jason Larker for third. The outside lane starting to wear just a little bit to where it can hang tough, but still the inside, the place to be. Turn number 3. Right there as the 04 goes up the racetrack through 3-4, climbs the banking. Landon Lyons takes third down the front stretch. And he is clear to turn 1, so Landon Lyons is clear in third. Now the battle for fourth as Jason Larker continues to fade back. Jeff Bright in the 3 goes up there with him. Jeff can look to the inside, down the back stretch. Turn number 3. It's the big battle for second as well, as Michael Canto may be holding up Landon Lyons and John Gambit. And they already have lap cars to deal with. The 21 Danny Lloyd catching the 18 Galway at a rapid pace. You can see how slow Galway is. Here's a damaged lap car of Danny Lloyd, who's slow, running by the 18 Jake Galloway like he's standing still. So the 18 Galloway, slow. William Bolin gonna catch him, but Bolin has such a big gap that if he catches him and gets slowed a little bit, it won't be an issue. Turn number 1 for the 81 car. He's dominated since he got to the race lead. Here comes Landon Lyons, though. Hungry driver behind in second. He's running the 81 down a little bit. Here they come down the back stretch. To turn number 3, the 18 Galway ahead. Bolin tries to get low, gets slow a little bit. Lyons is there in the 60. Now who's Galway going to slow up here? It could be Canto, it could be Jeff Bright. Everyone wanted to get down low. Cars splitting. Jonathan Beeford goes high. And 3 cars. Michael Canto, Jeff Bright, Jonathan Beeford held up. As for the lead, or is that just Danny Lloyd getting lap? No, that's for the lead. Bolin up high. Landon Lyons gets by. Landon Lyons out front now in the Pennzoil 300. Gets it. John Gambit in the 87 for second on Bolin, but gets a great run off the top side. The 81 does. 16 to go at Boston. Side by side for a second. Landon Lyons going to try and scoot away. Gambit down the back stretch. He's going to take the second position to turn number 3. Jacob Davison for third. Bolin climbs the banking. Now Lyons, he has the 21 of Danny Lloyd to deal with. Lyons goes low. Gets by the 21. Gambit going to follow his way through. Jacob Davison, how does he get through the lap traffic? How about Jason Larker up to 4th? Bolin back to 5th and comes outside the top 5. By the time he finds his way down in line. He has a hole. Can he get down? He does. Bolin down from Oliver Galloway to keep his way inside the top 5. But has 4 cars to get by if he wants to get back up to the race lead. And we're coming to 10 to go shortly. This race flying up by. Bolin trying to get 1 back already for 4th on Jason Larker. As the battle for the lead has calmed down, Cole Luigi runs inside the top 10. The driver's trying to chase in points. Ryan Taylor currently scored 14, so respectable there. But you can see the drivers he has caught, like Michael Canto. Canto was inside the top 10. He got held up. Jonathan Beeford's outside the top 15. Yellow. Caution. And it may have been for Trey. Oh, we got a ton of cars. Blake Petrus on his side. Anthony Hernandez. Adam McDowell. Trey Ray Galloway may have been involved in the 18. Jeff Bright as well. And the yellow flag. With 13 to go, Landon Lyons leads. And we're going to have a late restart with single-digit laps to go. We'll see what happens to bring out the caution flag. Jake Galloway in the 18. His day may be done now. Just like the first incident, towards the back of the field, 3 wide. Matthews Wells up top, Anthony Hernandez in the middle. Doesn't use all the racetrack he could. The 3 kind of squeezes him up. The 20 squeezes the 1 down. Excuse me, and right here, Hernandez takes a wild ride through the grass. Coming back up, he's trying to slow the car down. The 3 comes up into Petrus. They make hard contact. Hernandez up off the ground, gets into Adam McDowell. The 1 goes flipping down the racetrack. Trey Rainey gets collected. George Cooper flips Blake Petrus up and over. There's Hernandez spinning around on his lid. Petrus comes in. Jake Galloway going to come in the 18. He may have missed it, actually. So Galloway might be fine in the 18. But 2 cars take nasty rides. Trey Rainey in the 25 as well took a ride. He was up in the air. There's the contact. Jeff Bright then comes back up into Petrus. The 1 right there, we talked about the banking with the 18 with the 18 Jake Galloway and how that really hurt Galloway's car. Well, it would have done the same to the 1, but the 1's going to be out as he took a nasty flip. Wondering if Luke Rainey possibly got damaged in the 22. He was right behind his brother Trey when this happened. And Trey got damaged right there. Luke, I think, squeezed his way through it, but Trey took a nasty ride. There's Galloway slowing to get by. So in all, about 5-6 cars get damage. As the caution flag comes out, second time it's going to set up a late, interesting race restart. With Landon Lyons in the 60 out front, John Gambit second, Jacob Davison third, William Bowen fourth, and Oliver Galloway fifth for the restart with under 10 to go at Boston. It will be 9 to go in the Pennzoil 300 at the Boston International Speedway with Landon Lyons out front of the 60. From that crash, we have the 15 Blake Petrus, the 1 of Anthony Hernandez, the 16 of Adam McDowell, the 3 Jeff Bright, and the 25 of Trey Rainey all out. Both the 18 and the 21 2 laps down. The 22 of Luke Ray has fallen a lap down. 31 cars on the lead lap. Landon Lyons, the 60 leads. He's trying to hold off the challenge from John Gambit, Jacob Davison, William Bolton, and Oliver Galloway. And can someone like Jason Larker, Jay Jefferson, James DeCurligan, Cole Luigi, and Evan Hunter try to steal one? On a day where maybe they didn't have the best car. The front two break away in the restart. We're back racing. Davison didn't get a great restart. I'm surprised Bolton didn't get one as well. Because if Bolton got a great restart, he would have jumped to the inside of the 99, gained one of those positions back in a hurry. Down the back stretch. Single file at the front of the field. No one daring to make the move. John Gambit has the run. Here comes Bolton. This for third. Off turn 4. Down the front stretch. Bolton didn't make the move. Now Oliver Galloway does for him. This is for fourth, and the 81 might fall back. He will. Oliver Galloway grabs fourth. Bolton back to fifth. Can Larker get to the inside? The 81 going to try and get down in line. I believe he does. Jay Jefferson on the outside falls back. They go through 3 and 4. John Gambit a big run to the bumper of the 60. Off turn 4, down the front stretch. 2 cars, nose to tail. As Oliver Galloway works his way to third, here comes Gambit for the lead. Lyons goes way up the racetrack. John Gambit, the 87 clears. New race leader down the backstretch. They squeeze back there. Davidson, William Poland, close and almost contact. Luigi falls up top as well as the 99. But now Lyons has another chance to get to the 87 of Gambit with 6 to go. Jason Larker for third, and Oliver Galloway allows these front two to stay separated. Just for the moment. Larker in the 04 to third. But once again, Jake Galloway is going to be an issue. Obviously, that car, not right. They go through 3 and 4. Who's going to catch the lap traffic at the right point to try and win? 5 to go. A yellow flag would end it. John Gambit leads Landon Lyons. Jason Larker, Oliver Galloway, and James DeCurligan in the front 5. Down the backstretch, John Gambit, the A7. He has a nice gap, but here comes Jake Galloway in the 18. He's going to go high. He goes high, gets around. Here comes Landon Lyons. He'll get around. Galloway in the racing groove now on the inside. Jim Gambit gets held up. Evan Hunter as well. Davidson, Cole Luigi jump to the outside. They'll gain a few positions. Cancel muscling his way to the inside of Hunter. And now a few cars get help and a few break away. And John Gambit has a nice gap coming to 3 to go. Yeah, if there was any chance for someone to run down the 87, it would have been because of Jake Galloway. But with the 18 getting out of the way, the 87 in our front few, Gambit has a nice gap as he has the better car at this moment. 3 to go at Boston. He is sailing away. John Gambit down the backstretch. There's the distance that Jake Galloway put on the field. 2 to go this time by. It'll be 2.18 miles left at Boston. John Gambit, Landon Lyons, 1-2. The difference between them, about 4/10 of a second. White flag this time by. In the Pennzoil 300, John Gambit got out front late. And through 3/4 is coming to take the white flag at Boston. The yellow is out though, it won't matter. Jake Galloway made a spin down the front stretch and that's it. Yellow is out, race is over. John Gambit wins. So Jake Galloway, the one who maybe took away so many drivers' chances of winning, maybe just taking away any shot of someone having a last lap run. As Galloway was in the way all race. 3 times he was caught. Twice a few laps after a restart. And now here he possibly got dumped by someone as he was in their way. So they come through 3 and 4. John Gambit, checkers are out for the 87. Gambit's going to be winner at Boston. Pennzoil 300, A17, John Gambit win in the Target Series. As the field comes across, we have to see what happens as Jake Galloway, our third and final caution, ends the race under the yellow flag. So if I'm Jim Gambit, I'm ticked. I was running top 10, and now here I'm back in the 30s as Jake Galloway holds me up. And right here off the corner, Gambit expresses his frustration, gets into Galloway and spins him around. And I'm surprised the yellow comes out, but I can see why as he's coming back up the racetrack. Almost gets into Lloyd right there. The yellow comes out. And Jake Galloway has not made friends here today. He and Danny Lloyd both Held up many drivers. Galloway the worst of it. Right there. And it hands John Gamet the race victory in the A7. So he didn't have to deal with one more mile. He just won it under the yellow flag. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Pennzoil 300 at the Boston International Speedway. 3 caution flags for 9 laps and 3 lead changes for different drivers, as John Gamet, the 87, out front 7 laps led to his victory. Land Lyons possibly had it. Yellow came out. He lost on the restart. Lyons ends up second. Jason Larker third. Oliver Galloway from the pole fourth. James Curligan 33rd to 5th. Then William Bolin led the most laps, 22-42. He'll end up 6th here today. Jacob Davison 7th, Cole Luigi 8th, Evan Hunter 9th, and Jay Jefferson rounds out the top 10. So as you look at the top 20, you notice how Cole Luigi finished 8th. It looked like it was going to be a great points day for him as Ryan Taylor's kind of back mid-pack. But with all the lap car shenanigans, Ryan Taylor gets up to 11th. So the points game for Cole Luigi very, very minimal here today. Luigi gets 142 points, Ryan Taylor 130, only 12 points Luigi gained. A day where it looked like it would have been a lot more. 30 cars in lead after the end. George Cooper a lap down, Luke Rainey 2 down, Danny Lloyd 2 down, Jake Galloway 3 down, 35th on down, out from crashes. Let's now go see the point standings. Nearing towards the chase for season number 7. Here are the point standings. It's Ryan Taylor still on top, now only 89 points over Cole Luigi. Michael Canto is now 3rd, William Bolin 4th, and Jason Larker 5th. Then 6th, we have Oliver Galloway, Sebastian Kukulon 7th, Evan Hunter 8th, Luke Rainey is 9th, and Blake Petrus rounds out the top 10. He and Luke are tied, and it is a dogfight for a top 10 spot. Luke Rainey is only 2 points behind Evan Hunter. Luke Rainey and Blake Petrus are tied for 10th. Eli Bright is only 1 point behind Petrus and Luke Rainey. Jeff Bright is only 3 points behind them. You go down to Max Saracen, he's only 14 points behind. Same with Adam McDowell. Landon Lyons, he's not far back either. He's about 19 back. So if you are 8th to about 15th in points, it is a dogfight. Every point is going to count. At the moment, our 2 wildcards go to Eli Bright, who is 11th with his 3 victories, and Max Saracen, who is 13th with his victory. John Gamet, his victory moves him up to 17th, but he's going to need more of that in order to have a chance at the championship. Or you could just have Eli Bright jump his way inside the top 10, then he would have to hope it knocks out a non-winner of the season. So look down 21st to 40th. Ryan Brommer, Jonathan Buford, Trey Rainey, George Cooper, Jeff Buford, Jake Galloway. They're all winners down here below the top 20 in points. And that's big for them. They really have to be top 20 in points. But I believe drivers like Jeff Buford, Jake Galloway, their chances are over at this point. They're so far behind, I don't think they're going to have a chance. So after Boston, we go to a historic racetrack. In South Carolina, we go to Darlington, the Southern 300. I'll see you guys then.